Any job you go for is going to have an interview stage. If you've got that far, the employer is bound to have some interest in you. Otherwise, they wouldn't have invited you. So if you nail the interview, you stand a great chance of getting the role in question. While all interviews are different, there are a few types of question that you're bound to get asked, and the most important thing is to be ready for them. Preparedness isn't only useful to make sure you answer the questions, but it also informs the interviewer that you're someone who applies thought to what they do. One kind of question can come in many forms, and that's the either or one. You know the type. Do you prefer working alone or in a team? Do you work better with older or younger colleagues? Things like that. While the answers will obviously differ based on the precise query, one thing they'll have in common is that they're balanced and consider the benefits of both options. There are bound to be times when either is applied in your life, so make sure you give them examples of both. So, if you get asked about teamwork or working alone, talk about a team project that worked really well. But if there were elements that involved doing your own thing, point out their value too. Often you get asked about your weaknesses, and it's tempting to be cheesy and say things like, "I work too hard." Avoid the cliches and apply some honesty by mentioning something you're not strong at, but indicate that you're trying to overcome it. That will show a level of determination that should impress the interviewer. Past employment history is likely to come up, so you need to be prepared to answer why there are gaps in your employment history or why you left your last job. Again, being honest can pay dividends, but make sure you give examples. It's all very well saying you wanted a new challenge, but you should give some examples about the types of challenges you're seeking. Don't be afraid to show ambition either. Saying that you'll just be happy to still have a job in 5 years suggests that you'll just sit at your desk throughout that period. Laying out the groundwork of how you want to improve for yourself and the company will stand you in much better stead. And be prepared for the killer question, the kind that doesn't relate to the job at all, but is instead there to see how you think on your feet. You can train your brain ahead of the interview for things like this. Get a friend to fire questions at you like, "What's your favourite animal?" and "Which 3 famous people would you like to have dinner with?" And try to come up with compelling reasons for each. Get more interview tips by checking out the article archive here at milkround.com.